Montreal. We're excited to be here at the Passe Compose. It's a great brunch spot on La Rue de Maisonneuve. We just ordered a few breakfasts with some French toast, a variety of meats, some fresh baguettes. We've got our coffee straight off the red eye from Edmonton, so we're pretty excited to check it out. And admittedly, we've been here before. It's a bit of a favorite, but it will always be good. There's always a fresh smoothie that joins the meal as well. So.
We actually stayed at the Tour de Canadienne, which is connected to the Bell Center, and where the Montreal Canadiens play. And it's right in a very new kind of up-and-coming, high-end, very tall condo area, which used to be in a very much less desirable area of Montreal. You can see out here that there's lots of tall glass buildings. On the left of the frame there is the CN rail line, which runs through there. So you can see right in front of you the types of buildings that used to be here over the years and what's been coming in more recently, you know, as of just a few years ago, even last year for the building next to us, has been coming in. Lots of high-end shops, condos, stores, restaurants even. And this building right here is actually the tallest residential building in Montreal, and it's slowly being filled up, and they've got a rooftop pool. And over here we got the Fairmont Queen Elizabeth Hotel, where John and Yoko had their famous bed-in. And we're on our way to get some bagels, so we'll see you when we get there.
White seed bagels here from St. Viateur. Montreal bagels, very delicious. They're actually having their 60th anniversary right inside right now, but pretty authentic if you ask me.
So this is at Arahova across the street, and if you actually bring your bagels over from St. Viateur, what they'll do is for $5.95, they'll make you a souvlaki bagel almost with one of 5 of their meats, and it's unbelievably delicious.
Yep. In the 50s and 60s, growing up in Montreal, the Jewish families were pretty much not exposed to the real food scene of Montreal and Quebec. So, I mean, our daily diet consisted of chicken roasts and flunkin and chopped liver and various organ meats, which a lot of people didn't eat, but it was still pretty much a staple. And deli, Jewish deli. So when you got a bit older and you traveled around, And especially if you left Montreal and then wanted to come back to Montreal, you went to the real staples of the time, which was Yangtze, Brown Derby, Arahova, bagels, and Shwartz's. So after that, over time, people really experimented with a lot of other kinds of restaurants and foods and really became very adventurous as far as food went. But sure enough, as time goes by and you come back to Montreal, I guess what you do is you go to Yangtze, you go to Arahova, you go to Shwartz's, you get bagels, and that's what you do.
So this morning we're at La Banquise. So this is a poutine spot in Montreal. It's been open since 1968. Save you the math, that's 50 years. They've got over 30 kinds of poutine and there are a lot of people in line. We're pretty excited. It's the holiday of Passover, so it's actually still technically kosher for Passover, we think-ish. Should be good. They've got a breakfast poutine and a whole bunch of other things that we anticipate will be delicious. We remembered to bring our coffee this year because without a doubt there's a lineup and it's in the shade. So, yeah.
Next, we went to Old Montreal, which is located just southeast of downtown and is one of the most historic parts of Montreal. It offers a really cool street front experience that you can't really get anywhere else in North America, next to maybe Quebec City. And there's lots of European-style buildings that have been there for almost 500 years. I believe there was one building we saw that was the first public square in Canada, and it was created almost 500 years ago. As you can see, there's lots of plazas, open areas, lots of cobblestone streets. We saw a lot of street performers. That was really cool as well. And it's just a great way to spend time with your family and walk around. The particular day we were there was a little cold, so as you can see, there's lots of people bundled up, but you know, the sun was still shining and lots of things to do. We went to a chocolate shop called Le Carté. It's actually a brunch restaurant, and got some Quebec chocolate from there that was fantastic as well. So I'll post the info for that place right below.
Just like that, the weekend is over. We've eaten about enough food for a whole week in the last 3 days, but we'll stop at St. Viateur to pick up 5 dozen bagels on our way to the airport, and we'll be back in Edmonton for work on Monday morning.
We finally decided to finish on the way to Trudeau Airport, one of my dad's favorite spots growing up. It's called Orange Julep. It's right on the Décarie Expressway, and it's been there since I think the 30s. Even my aunt and uncle remember going here long time ago, and what they're famous for are their orange juleps, obviously, but they're also very famous for their French fries, which is actually what my dad likes best. So we had to go get an orange julep and also an order of French fries, which we're going to show here. They're extremely greasy, but they're the best fries in Montreal.